That clock is set at 10 past 10, and
Why?
that's because this guy drinks like a fish, and we want to remember, remind him how
drive.
To drive, you're supposed to put your hands at 10 and 2. Did you know that?
No.
That's all very true.
You never heard that?
No.
You never heard tell of that?
Tell of that.
You never heard tell of that?
You know, nobody says that anymore. You never heard tell of that?
Because we have a thing here in the United States where you go and talk in front of the president. So you do a stand-up comedy, which is what I do.
To the president?
To the president and a bunch of press people.
When?
It's like a roast.
Yeah. You never heard of that? Never heard tell of
Go
that?
and do comedy at the president.
Yeah.
He sits down, you go and do some comedy.
Well, not right to him, not just one-on-one.
Right.
There's a bunch of press people.
The White House correspondence.
It's called the White House correspondence.
And so the guy, I said, what do you do for a living there, sir? You know, if you don't mind me asking. You know, what do you do for a living? I'm a nightclub comic, I tell the guy. So he says to me, he says, I work down at the University of Science there. He says, that's a good school, by the way. I can't remember the exact place. Sure. But he says, I'm a professor of logic. Oh. So he says, the guy says, logic. Now, what the hell is that? I never heard tell of that.
Holy crow.
You say more things that nobody says anymore. Holy crow. I haven't heard that since '58.
Mick Jagger, I guess.
You met Mick Jagger. Now we're getting somewhere.
Yeah. At a
Holy
thing.
crow, what happened there? What's the story behind? There's got to be some story there.
Well, it was a. You really want to hear?
Yeah.
Holy crow!
I mean, meeting Mick Jagger?
You met Mick Jagger. You met everybody.
I've never met Mick Jagger. I met Mick Jagger.
On SNL, you met pretty
I was
much
in the years
everybody.
where they had bad hosts.
I hosted.
That's true.
Yeah,
If this were a memoir,
Right.
if this were a memoir, I would tell about my wife. What a battle axe.
Battle axe?
I mean,
no one's called their wife a battle axe since 1945. They're saying John Hodgman might be the possible guy who could replace Craig Ferguson. What about him?
Well, you see, he's too smart. He's, nobody wants an egghead or a blue stocking. What they want is,
No one's talked that way in 80 years. What do you mean? No one wants an egghead or a blue stocking. They want a ham and egg man. They want a guy who gets his hands dirty.
That's right. They want a fella like you and me, a man of the people. Okay, I'm gonna try this.
Do you like hot sauce?
Oh, I hate it. But you know, you gotta try new things in life.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you're right. Whoa! Son of a gun, that's hotter than a $2 pistol. Man alive.
Well, welcome to Phoenix. How long
thanks,
have you been in town?
I got in yesterday and I burned myself all over.
We said, what were you doing?
I know, it's hotter than a $2 pistol in this town.
So you're a little peeling a little bit on the nose?
Yeah.
So you don't come here often in the summer, is that what you're saying?
No.
Yeah, it's a good plan not to come in the summer.
And
it's
people,
nice every other
People leave
month.
in the summer, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
They scurry out.
Spent a lot of time in Southern California, San Diego.
Are you drunk? Because all you did was ride a cooler and you're sweating.
I am. Well, it's hot it's hotter than a $2
Well, he's
pistol
got like
in here.
12 layers on,
Yeah,
I
I
think.
thought it was going to be really cold.
Well, you're from Canada. This should be springtime for you.
No, I know I'm from Canada, but you know I'm still a human being. Like it's not like we evolved differently. Yeah, no, I'm from the frozen north.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gets colder than It gets colder than a...
Here it comes. Get your finger on the panic button.
No, it gets colder than a vampire's demeanor.
Okay, that's better.
Wow. Surprisingly cerebral.
You said this is the coldest you've ever been. You're Canadian, so are you okay with this?
I've been colder than this. I've been colder than a vampire's...
Go on.
That's like
We're
an 8
waiting.
a.m. joke.
Yeah, we can do it at 7:19. The stage is yours.
Larry, can I borrow $25,000?
Whoa! That's a lot of money, Norm. What's it for?
Well, you know, I think you probably know.
Gee, I usually don't lend that much money, Norm.
Larry, they say they're going to kill me.
All right, Norm, but I want it back.
Okay, all right. Good. You're a good man, a scholar, and a gentleman. Thank you.
You're a good man. Let's do business.
That's mighty fine, Harry. Let me tell you something, Harry. It's a pleasure and an honor to do business with a scholar and a gentleman like yourself.
Yeah, I'll keep in touch.
Well, hello, little lady.
Hey, Sid, how are you?
Why, I couldn't be better. I just broke into the wholesale business.
Wow, congratulations.
Do you know that my movies will be seen in every hotel in the Eastern Seaboard?
Every hotel.
Well, perhaps I'm bragging. Every hotel that allows facial cum shots.
Porn business never sleeps.
Guys, I agree with you then. Oscar Pistorius is a scholar and a gentleman.
All right.
He's a murderer.
Turn it around on us. Alleged murder.
I play Geezer, who was me, actually. Geezer's just an old chunk of coal that, you know. Thank you for having this old chunk of coal from the Ottawa Valley on your big city program.
We are so pleased to have you with us, Norm.
But my Merle Haggard was opening for him, you know. And I'm just an old chunk of coal. And I like Merle.
Some of my strongest material comes from real life.
Real life?
Like, for instance, today I was driving in a car. You were kind enough to bring a car to bring this old chunk of coal here to the studio.
We send cards for our guests, yes.
Yeah, so I got in it, and I get material that way. So my driver.
What do you mean? How do you get material that way? You get in the car, and what happens?
My driver tells me a joke.
I'm scared now.
No, firstly, Conan, I'm thankful for the fine ladies who live. The fine ladies who live across this country and leave pies on their windowsills. So an old chunk of coal like me might have a meal from time to time.
Okay.
I am going to return to my former sexual lifestyle.
Well, yeah, what's that?
It's trying to find a lady and convincing her to let me lie down on top of her.
That sounds so romantic, the way you describe it. I want to lie down on top of you and take a nap? What do you...
I'm just an old chunk of coal that likes the, you know.
Old chunk of coal. Yeah. Likes S&M, apparently.
No, that's what I was just trying to. I'm getting back to just lying on top of a lady.
Okay, all right.
How do you feel about a woman? She's supposed to be my life partner. I look in the mirror the other day and I says to her, honey, I look in the mirror and all I see is a fat, ugly old man. And I need you to give me a compliment. She says, all right then. Your eyesight is damn near perfect. I said, you dirty dog.
Wait, you called her a dirty dog?
A dirty dog.
A dirty dog.
Call me to say goodnight. Kiss me once or twice. I'll never let go of you. Fold me into your arms. Stay with you.
The thing I wanted to talk about is his diction, his word choice. I've always he spoke like someone from the 1920s. He would talk about hobos, and he would say, as my wife, a battle axe. Yeah. He talked in this way that was from a different time. I'm just an old lump of coal, and you thought, where is this coming from? And it didn't feel contrived. It was, and I don't know if it coming from this province in Canada.
Yeah, I think it does. I think it does.
Because his, people can make up that kind of language and use it. This really came from him, and he would make these choices. Like, I remember once he was talking about a dog, a Doberman. And he kept calling it a Doberman.
That's right.
And you were like, why is he calling a Doberman a Doberman? He was doing it on purpose. He would do little things that would catch your ear.
And it's almost like poetry in a way. The way he would deliver and write his sets.
Yeah, he had a real facility for the English language.
Unbelievable. And
Really
the way he
amazing
played with it.
construction.
It all felt very spontaneous,
Yeah.
but as I spoke to Robert Smigel,
who was the original head writer on the Late Night Show.
but more
and-
importantly, Triumph the Insult comic dog.
Yeah. He refers to himself as Triumph the Insult. That's what it says on his. When he gets pulled over for speeding, it says on his driver's license, Insult comic dog, comma, Triumph. Weight 8 inches.
But he said he saw him perform somewhere, and I don't know where. But he said Norm went on a run, and it was hilarious. And he went up to Norm and said, "That was amazing, that run you went on in the moment." And he said, "That wasn't in the moment. That was completely crafted. Every single word of it was written out."
I'll tell you something else too, which
he was a craftsman.
Yeah, he was a craftsman.